What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to talk about the new album from Children of Bodom titled Hexed. This is their 10th album to follow up to 2015's I Worship Chaos. And Children of Bodom, they've been around for a little while now. And, they're a fantastic melodic death metal band. Extreme power metal, if you want to call it that too. I just really like these guys a lot. And I think they've had a run of some decent records, not some records that weren't as decent. But I've really enjoyed their past two albums, Halo of Blood and I Worship Chaos. So always looking forward to a new Children of Bodom album. And I have to say that I think this is probably one of the best Children of Bodom albums we've ever gotten. And do I think that this album... to me, it's not anywhere near Hatebreeder or Follow the Reaper, but it is up there, I'd say, in the upper half of the best Children of Bodom albums, and I do enjoy it a lot more than the past two, personally. And I say that because I believe that the songwriting's just a lot better on this one. It's a lot more memorable, and to me, there's at least one moment in every song where I go, fuck yeah, that's that song, with that hard-ass middle section, the really cool guitar solo, the awesome opening riff or chorus, stuff like that makes everything just feel a lot better. Starting off with one of my favorite tracks on here, This Road. I think This Road is a great track, brings with it a lot of energy to start with, a really heavy opening riff, but then my favorite riff is right after the chorus. It's a very melodic riff, and when they hit those little harmonics, that sounds so cool. Overall, really great song, really catchy vocals from Alexi, and I think he sounds great overall in this one. I mean, it's not a mind-blowing performance from him, but I think, this deep into Children of Bodom's career, he's still sounding better than ever, in my opinion. Under Grass and Clover is the first track that they released, and I love that song as well. Mostly the fucking riff right after the chorus. That is a head-banging riff, jump in the pit sort of thing. I would love, and I'm hoping to see them live in April when they're around me, but man, I imagine they'll play the song, and I want to see the crowd reaction to that part, because that's such an awesome riff, for sure. Yeah, and then the verses are interesting. I mean, Children of Bodom has done verses like that, where kind of some chopped up guitars, kind of an effect on Alexi's vocals, which I think works here. Sometimes they've done it and it hasn't really worked that well, but yeah, great track overall. Glass House, Hexed's Nightmare, and Kicking a Spleen are also really good. Hexed's Nightmare has a really good tone to it that I really enjoy, and what I like about that song is just kind of its driving rhythm. I like when Children of Bodom does that sort of stuff, when they maybe slow it down, a little bit more mid-tempo, chunkier stuff. Soon Departed is another one that has a really chunky riff that I really enjoy. And I think back to their last album, Morgan, which is one of the lead singles they put out for that one. That kind of has a chunkier vibe and tempo to it that I really enjoyed on that one too. It's just, I think they pull it off well, and I think that these two songs are no different. Kicking a Spleen is definitely the fastest song on here, and it is a pun intended, kick in the spleen, because it starts off really fast, really in your face, with a kind of a typical Children of Bodom riff, but it sounds really good. But then it's the middle section, just the simplicity of that, the pounding of Jaska's drums sounds so good. The production really is great there. I think Platitudes and Barren Words that is one of my favorite tracks on here as well, mostly because it's one of the more melodic songs on here, and I think the lead guitar combined with the keyboards and Alexi's vocals during the chorus just sounds really great. Hexed is another one that's fantastic. I love the changing tempos in that one. And yeah, overall, I mean, I think like I said, it's a solid album where there's at least something in every song that I love. And there's definitely some songs more than others that I think are better. Some songs, I think the whole damn thing is great. Others I'm like, okay, that riff is really tight. Alexi's vocals are really good. Knuckle Duster is one track that stands out as, it's the closing track on the album where not the whole thing really clicks with me, but it's the riff right after the chorus that's a little bit more in your face, more aggressive, that really stands out. So, whereas I feel on the past 2 albums, there is a handful of songs that are really solid and then some really throwaway jams. Here, I think it's just a little bit better. But like I say, it's not the best Children of Bodom album, but I think it's a fine listen if you want to put on a Children of Bodom album. That's where I'm gonna leave it overall. Like I said, it's tight. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of Hexed by Children of Bodom. See you guys later.